Hey Fruity Cuties, I'm the Fruit Gypsy and I'm so excited because I have a great topic for you. One that I think every vegan has gone through or is going through, or if you're new to veganism, you will come to a point where you're not necessarily afraid of being a vegan, but saying that you are because of the reactions that you get from a lot of people because you're afraid of being attacked. So here are some tips that have helped me cope when I first became vegan. I was so excited to tell the whole world about it. And I just remember it becoming the main focus of tension at every meal. And that's when I realized things you don't talk about at a table: religion, politics, and food. Another thing that I realized is just saying veganism, a lot of people don't really know what it means or are turned off by it or feel defensive when they hear the word vegan. So I try to use different words like plant-based or whole foods, foods that come from the earth, natural, unprocessed. Anyway, let's get started. The number one tip is get educated. When you do your own research and you're fully educated, you feel a lot more confident when people ask you the typical questions. Where do you get your protein? Aren't you gonna be like malnourished? How do you get your calcium? You're gonna die. My second rule is react with kindness. If you don't have the answer or they catch you off guard or you don't do well in an environment that's full of tension or the spotlight is on you, simply say something like, if you're interested, I would love to send you some information on it, and send them a book and some links. Here, let me dig into my purse and let you borrow this book. Oh, that's not the right book. I have this other book. It's called The China Study. It's really great. My third rule is be relatable. Don't forget that you were once where they are. And so when they bring something up like, I could never do that. I love my meat and dairy so much. You must have crazy willpower. You can say something like, I actually used to think the same thing when I first heard about it. And then I felt really great. I kind of just did this as an experiment and I feel amazing and it works for me really well. Just keep in mind that you were there once where you didn't have the information or you didn't do the research. Just be more than happy to share that with them. They simply haven't been informed. When someone does something different or is different in some way, it brings up fear. And when you're fearful, you get defensive and you're trying to protect yourself even though nobody's attacking you. That may be what's happening to that person. So remember, it's them spewing out their own insecurity. It really has nothing to do with you. My fourth tip is simply to live by example. If people see that you're full of energy and you're feeling great and you're glowing, your skin looks great, people are gonna wanna know what you're doing. They're gonna wanna know what your secret is. And then in that case, then it's appropriate to let them know what you've changed. I became plant-based or I became vegan and all these wonderful things happened to me. It's really working for me. You should try it out. My fifth tip is to come from a place of gratitude and acceptance. Remember again that you were there where they were once, and when you give them the information, that you give it with love and without any expectation. Your job is only to share the message, not convert anybody. Well, those are my 5 tips on how to deal with those non-vegans. Make sure to tickle the subscribe button right here by clicking it. That way you can check out my videos every week here on the Fruit Gypsy. And let me know in the comments below, what are some things that help you cope with those confrontational conversations that you have with friends and family and loved ones. Share your fruity goodies. Woo! What you really want to say, do your f***ing research. How is your dog supposed to be any different than the f***ing pig over there who's known to be even smarter? Don't be crying about those dolphins in Japan or wherever getting killed when you're doing the same thing to your animals. Come from a place of compassion.